Success is something we all chase in life. All of us want to be successful, right? It's a part of our human condition to try to do things and achieve things in our lives, the short lives that we have, to make the most of them. And failure is something, on the other hand, that we want to avoid at all costs. We don't want to fail as human beings. When we fail, we don't like it. We just want to be successful, right? However, the times we live in today and the world we live in today, we have defined success in a way which may not necessarily be true. For example, today we think of success as having all the money that we can amass, having those nice cars, that beautiful house, an amazing family, becoming a millionaire, having your own business, all of these things, right? But the reality is, and time is testament to this, that when people, those that achieve these things, they're not really happy. They still feel like something's missing, they still feel somewhat depressed, and many, or in some cases, you see some of these people even commit suicide. And on the other hand, you have those people that don't achieve this supposed success, this perception of success. And these people are depressed and sad in their own way because they are frustrated at the fact that they haven't been able to achieve it. They are annoyed at the fact that they haven't been able to attain those things that they wanted to attain, right? So you can see that time itself is a testament that this definition of success isn't working. It's not what we really want. It's not what we desire deep down inside. And what's profound is, and this brings me on to the point I want to make today and what I want to share with you today, is the 103rd chapter of the Quran, where God Himself gives us the 4 principles of true success. If you truly want to be successful, these are the 4 things that we need. But before God gives us these, He creates the sense of urgency. He reminds us of how important it is to put what He's about to say into practice, right? He reminds us that, this life that we have is short. We're not here forever. Therefore, we need to make the most of the time we have. Therefore, we need to take the 4 things that God's about to tell us in this chapter and implement them right away. God starts off the chapter by saying, by time. Now, the word used in Arabic here is asr. Now, there's many other words. There's a few other words in Arabic which speak about time, right? But the word asr has a very unique meaning here. And that's another miracle of the Quran, that the use of word in the Quran is precise, right? It's very precise. Now, the word asr here, when God says by time, asr means, firstly, there's 2 meanings I want us to understand. Firstly, it means time in general, right? Time in general is witness. God is swearing an oath by time in general to what He's about to say. So God says, by time, indeed, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, mankind is in loss. These are the first 2 verses of the 103rd chapter, right? Now, back to the word time here, the word asr. If you look at it from one of the meanings, which is that time in general, time as a whole, the reality is there is no better witness, there is no greater expert in the human condition than time itself. If you really think about it, because it's within time that life unfolds, the human condition unfolds. It's within time that people come into existence and then they leave existence, they die. It's within time people are successful and they fail. So time itself, other than God, time itself, if time could see like you and me and observe like you and me, time itself would be the greatest expert in showing us or knowing the true human condition. What leads to success? What leads to failure? What the human condition has been, right? So God is bringing time forward as a witness. It's almost like this. Think about this. Whenever you want to make a point to someone, whenever you want to prove a point, you'll bring an expert in that specific field, right? As an authority. Now, if you think about it, other than God, there is no greater authority than time itself, which is a witness to the human condition, right? Something to appreciate, something to really think about here. So not only does the word asr here bring into the idea or into the thinking into play, which is that time is the greatest expert, it's the greatest witness, but also the word asr has another unique meaning, which is that it signifies a type of time which is running out. It's fleeting, it's leaving us behind. We are missing out. And if we look at our lives, that's the case. Our lives are 50, 60, 70 years and they're flying by, right? The past 10 years may seem like a breeze. It's leaving us behind. Time is running out, right? And this causes more of a need to now put into practice what God is about to say to us. So when God says by time, when God swears an oath by time, He does 2 things here. One, time is brought as a witness, so we can't deny the reality that's about to be pointed out. And secondly, it comes as a motivation. It comes as a motivation for us to act right now. And what's the next thing God says? God says, except. So God says, by time, mankind indeed, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, with emphasis, is in loss, except for those people that do 4 things. So what are the 4 things? Number 1, they believe. They begin with belief in God. Now, this is the essence of our human existence. This is why we're here. God tells us in another part of the Quran that He created man for no other reason except to worship Him and get to know Him, right? So it all begins with belief. Now, beliefs, it's not something abstract. It's not something you have to go out there and try to attain. In the Islamic tradition, belief is something that's planted within every single human self, within the nature of every single person, within the nature of every single human being. It's a part of our soul. We were created with that part of guidance within us, that knowledge, that knowing of God, that there is a creator, there is something out there. And even when we employ our rational faculties, we look at the world around us, we look at the creation of the heavens and the earth, we look at the sky, we look at the stars, we look at the moon. Just go into a desert and just look up at the night sky. When you look at these things point directly towards a creator. There is something there. There is someone there that created everything and put everything into place. And this reality of the creator is placed within us. To an extent, it's there. So we begin with that. And then obviously revelation comes down, right? And then there's something unique happens. Someone that's upon their nature, someone that recognizes that there has to be a cause, there is something out there. When he reads revelation, or he comes in touch with revelation, in contact with revelation, something very special happens, right? There's this beautiful, beautiful interaction that takes place between the human being and revelation, right? Because think about this. Revelation is from the creator of the heavens and the earth. It's his literal word. And the soul, the self, the nature of the human being is the creation of God as well. So when these two realities meet within this physical realm, a very unique thing happens. And this is why many people, when they just pick up the Quran, anyone sincere, many people, sincere people, when they pick up the Quran, they read the verses of the Quran, they know it's from God. They accept Islam. Why? Why is it that they don't need any more proof or evidence? Why is it that just reading the Quran leads them to God? Because they have realized that revelation is in line with their nature. Revelation fits them, their self, their state, almost like a well-tailored suit, like a glove would fit a hand, right? So all of this begins with belief. If you want to be successful, success begins with belief. And a crucial aspect, the core, the foundations of belief lie within us already. We have to uncover it. It becomes covered, right, through our upbringing, our society. Almost like if you take a book and you put it up on a high shelf and you pick it up after 6 months, you'll realize in some cases there will be a layer of dust that settles on top of it. And so much so sometimes that you can't even read the title of the book anymore. You need to just wipe it off and then you can make it out. In the same way, our nature, our fitra, it's called in Arabic, that truth within becomes covered and it has to be uncovered, right? Now, the second thing God says, once you've attained belief and you've come to belief and you recognize God, the self-evident reality that you can't deny, then God says, do good deeds, do good. Those who believe and do good, right? And again, this is something very natural to the human being, doing good things, practicing good, doing good to others. It's very natural. Whether you're an atheist, someone that denies God, doesn't believe in a creator, whoever you are, if you are a sane human being, you know you want to do good. Doing good, humanitarianism, being human, it's a part of our nature. So God says practice goodness. Do good with the belief in God, right? Do good with the belief in God. Because some people say, well, I do good, I'm a good person, why do I need God, right? I'm doing good already. But the reality is, think about this. If you deny God, the one that gave you the ability to do good and understand what good is and practice good, can you truly be good, or can you truly claim you're good? I mean, think about that. Something really deep to think about. Or take this example for analogy, for example. Imagine your parents teach you to be a really good person. They bring you up to be a really amazing person, a caring person, a selfless person. And as you get older, you go out and you practice selflessness. You become a humanitarian worker, you do charity work, you do all these amazing things. But when you go home to your parents, you treat them in the worst way possible. You treat them like a doormat. You just beat them, you abuse them, you swear at them. Ask yourself, the ones that taught you how to be good, if you're not good to them and you be good to others, are you truly good? Now, there's no analogy that applies to God. God is the one that created us and He gave us the ability to understand what good is and be good. He made us the beings that we are. Then if we don't recognize Him and acknowledge Him and thank Him, can we then truly claim that we are good or even understand what good is, right? So belief and doing good, two of the key ingredients to be successful. Then God says, once you practice these things in your life, you make them a reality in your life, then enjoin or advise others to truth. Go and share what you know. Tell people the truth and advise people to patience. Now, patience, this is something phenomenal, because the reality is every single one of us, whether we believe in God or don't believe in God, we will go through tests and trials in life. This is a brute fact of life. This is the reality of life. Tests and trials will come. You guys watching right now, you've probably gone through many tests in your life already. I've gone through many tests. The guys behind the camera right now have gone through many tests in their life, right? But the reality is the only thing that's going to carry you through a test is to realize and recognize the quality of patience. Because when you are patient, you see things through, you will come out the other side a better person. You'll come out the other side a more developed person, a stronger person, a refined person, right? Someone that can go now and change the world and advise others to be patient within hardships and difficulties. But if you let go and if you don't practice patience and you just say, I give up, I've had enough, I can't deal with this anymore, you'll ruin yourself. You're not going to be successful. You'll destroy yourself, right? Someone said something very profound to me once. Oh, I heard this once. What they said was, within every trial and tribulation, there is a scholarship to be attained. There is a deep and profound lesson, a qualification to be attained, right? And there's something very profound, and that's the truth. If you've gone through a hardship and you've come out the other end and you've been patient through it, I'm sure you've learned something. It's developed you as a person. So patience is something integral for success in life. So just to summarize, my friends watching this right now, whoever you are, my brothers and sisters in humanity, my not yet Muslim brothers and sisters, the 4 true keys to success are: begin with belief in God, practice doing good, do good, be a good person, do good actions, then advise others to truth, and practice patience and advise others to patience as well. This is the key to success, my friends, my brothers and sisters. This is the reality of life. And you and me both know life is running out. You and me both know death is inevitable. It's coming, it's around the corner, right? Don't waste your life. We don't want to waste a life. It's a part of our nature. This is also placed within us, this realization that we don't want to waste time. We want to make the most of the life we have. Don't get to the end of your life without implementing these things and realize you failed. It'll be too late. It'll be too late. You can't go back. There is no going back, my friends. Now is the time. Time is running out. Remember the word asr? It's a fleeting time. It's leaving us behind. Fix it now. Fix your life now. Do these 4 things. Implement these 4 things. Become successful and help and aid in others becoming successful. Until next time, pick up a copy of the Quran. Read it for yourself. Let the Quran speak for yourself. Or for itself, right? Because there's many people that put a lot of nonsense about Islam and the Quran online over social media and so on and so forth. Pick it up for yourself. Read the words of God yourself and you will see it will change your life in a profound way. Till next time, may the peace and blessings of God be upon you all.